Double killer Colin Pitchfork can be released from prison subject to conditions, the Parole Board has said. Pitchfork was jailed for life in 1988 after raping and strangling two 15-year-olds, Lynda Mann and Ashworth, in Leicestershire in 1983 and 1986. He was given a minimum term of 30 years, later reduced to 28 years due to the progress he had made in prison, and was released in September 2021. But Pitchfork was back behind bars 2 months later after breaching the licence conditions of his release. The Parole Board said the decision to recall Pitchfork to custody was flawed and made on the basis of some of the allegations not being proved upon some incorrect information. The panel said Pitchfork's behaviour for almost all his time in prison has not caused any concern, and it was no longer necessary for Pitchfork to remain confined for the protection of the public. Alberto Costa, MP for South Leicestershire, said he was deeply disappointed by the decision and said he thought Pitchfork still presented a very real danger to the public. He wrote on Twitter, deeply disappointed that the Parole Board have decided to release the convicted child killer Colin Pitchfork. I would like to reassure constituents that I will be writing to the Justice Secretary to ask that he seek an immediate urgent review. He added, it is simply unthinkable that a man who committed such horrible and disturbing crimes should ever be released, and I will be asking the government to challenge this decision in the strongest possible terms. It is quite clear to many, not only in South Leicestershire, but the country, that this man still presents a very real danger to the public, and I will do all I can to challenge this decision. My thoughts remain with the families of Lynda and Dawn at this most difficult time. Following the decision that Pitchfork can be released, a spokesperson for the Parole Board said, a panel of the Parole Board, including 2 judges, has directed the re-release of Colin Pitchfork following his recall to custody in November 2021. Having considered all of the evidence during the hearing observed by the victims and the local Member of Parliament, the panel found that Mr Pitchfork's recall to custody was flawed and not supported by the evidence. Separately, the panel found that the prisoner's continued detention was no longer necessary for the protection of the public. Parole reviews are undertaken thoroughly and with extreme care. Protecting the public is the #1 priority. However, the sole focus in law is risk, not punishment, and must be based on evidence. This case is eligible for reconsideration if any party thinks the decision is irrational or unfair. Please like and comment, and I would love it if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.